The days when the ancient scrolls are unsealing, when the prophecies whispered on desert winds, are now thundering through the headlines of our times. The end is not coming, the end is here. We are living in Aharat Hayamim, the end of days. The question is not whether the signs are real. The question is, will you wake up? Will you stand? Will you shine? The signs have been revealed, the mystery unsealed. From the beginning of time, God placed his fingerprints throughout history, signs and patterns pointing to the ultimate conclusion, the convergence of the ages. What was once shrouded in mystery, hidden within scrolls and sealed visions, is now breaking forth into the light. What the prophets of old longed to see, we are now witnessing with our own eyes. The veil is lifting. The coded language of prophecy is becoming the plain speech of current events. When the prophet Daniel received visions of the end, he was told to seal up the words until the time of the end, and now that seal is breaking. The mystery is no longer a mystery. The clues are aligning. The puzzle pieces are falling into place. What was once concealed has now been unsealed, not by the hand of man, but by the sovereign movement of God across the nations. Look around you. The nations are in uproar. The alliances of ancient empires are being reformed. Israel, once desolate, stands again among the nations, a miracle in itself, yet foretold by Ezekiel, by Isaiah, by Jeremiah. The city of Jerusalem stands not only as a political flashpoint, but as a spiritual epicenter, the stage upon which the last great drama of human history will unfold. The days of Noah are returning. Knowledge has increased. People run to and fro, yet hearts grow cold. The boundaries of creation are being tampered with, as in the days when the sons of God came unto the daughters of men. Evil is not just present, it is celebrated. Righteousness is mocked, and all of it, every headline, every law passed, every upheaval, is a sounding trumpet declaring, the end is not near, the end is here, but there is more. Even nature groans, earthquakes in various places. Famines, plagues, fires, floods, the birth pangs have intensified. These are not isolated events. They are signs. The shaking of the earth is not random. It is divine. For the Lord is calling out to a sleeping church, to a slumbering people. Awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Messiah will shine on you. We have entered the appointed time, when that which was foretold must now come to pass. What you are witnessing is not coincidence. It is not chaos. It is convergence. It is prophecy fulfilled, not in symbolic abstractions, but in real, tangible, historical reality. The four horsemen ride, not in mythology, but in headlines. Pestilence has touched the nations. The economy teeters. Wars and rumors of wars echo louder than ever before. God is not silent. He is speaking through every storm. He is thundering through every crisis. And the Spirit is saying to the churches, he who has an ear, let him hear. The mystery has been unsealed so that no one may say, I did not know, so that no one may claim ignorance in the hour of visitation. The days we are living in are not ordinary. They are sacred. They are prophetic. We walk in the shadow of the final chapter. The sands in the hourglass are few. Heaven is on the brink. The King is at the gates. And now the choice is before us all. Will we recognize the time of our visitation? Will we discern the hour and rise to meet it? Will we walk as children of the day while the night closes in? The signs have been given, not to frighten us, but to awaken us. Not to paralyze us, but to empower us. For just as the enemy moves, so too does the Lord. And in these final days, he is calling forth a remnant, a people who will walk not in fear, but in fire, not in confusion, but in clarity. Not in retreat, but in revelation. The mystery is no longer hidden, it is proclaimed, the scroll has been opened, the time is short, the kingdom is at hand, and those who have eyes to see, let them see. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. For the signs have been revealed, and the time of the end has begun. Darkness is rising, but so is the light. You don't have to look far to see the encroaching shadows. It is in the culture, in the media, in the halls of power, and in the hearts of men. What was once shameful is now paraded with pride. What was once hidden in the shadows is now lifted up in the open, celebrated as virtue. Morality is inverted, truth is traded for deception, and the foundation stones of civilization are being broken, one by one. The spirit of lawlessness is no longer waiting at the door it has entered. It moves through systems, it reshapes minds, it redefines reality. The days are evil, and the hour is late. But this is not a time to cower. This is not the end of hope. For the same word that warned of darkness rising also promised that light would rise even greater. The darkness may have its hour, but the light has eternity. The night may cover the earth, but it cannot extinguish the flame that comes from heaven. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. It never could, it never will. There has always been darkness. Pharaoh had his magicians, Babylon had its idols, Rome had its emperors, and the world has always had its shadows. But in every generation there were those who stood. There were lights in the night. Abraham under the stars, Moses before the burning bush, Elijah on Mount Carmel, Daniel in Babylon. And now it is your turn, it is your time, you are not here by chance. You were placed in this hour because you were born to shine in it. Light is not intimidated by darkness, it invades it. The darker the night, the more radiant the flame. The enemy wants you to focus on the storm, to be overwhelmed by the flood. But you were not called to sink, you were called to walk on water. You were not made to be consumed by fear. You were created to carry the fire of the Spirit. The evil may be louder, but the truth is stronger. Lies may travel fast, but the truth endures forever. We are not the people of retreat. We are the people of revelation. The light within us is not of this world. It is the very breath of God, the Spirit that hovered over the deep, the flame that fell at Pentecost, the glory that filled the temple. That light now dwells in you. Do you think the darkness took God by surprise? Do you think he is unaware of what unfolds in these last days? No, he saw it from the beginning, and he has prepared a remnant, a people set apart, purified in the fire, unshaken in the shaking. A holy generation, not perfect but surrendered, not famous but faithful, and you, yes you, are part of that remnant. The enemy is advancing, yes, but so is the kingdom. The gates of hell are shaking, not because the darkness is growing stronger, but because the light is rising. Across the nations, across denominations, across languages and borders and barriers, the Spirit is awakening hearts. Revival is stirring, not because of favorable conditions, but because of desperate hunger. The time of passive faith is over. This is the time for radical devotion, for boldness in the face of compromise, for truth in the face of deception. The world is desperate for authenticity, for something real, something eternal. That something is not a doctrine, not a system, not a religion. It is a person, Yeshua, the light of the world, and he has called you to bear his light, to walk in his radiance, to pierce the darkness not with arguments but with fire. And yes, the opposition will come, it always does, but light does not ask permission to shine. It does not wait until it is safe, it simply shines. And the darkness flees, so let the darkness rise, let the lies multiply. Let the world spiral, because even now the heavens are preparing for the greatest outpouring yet. Even now the trumpet is being lifted to the lips. Even now the bridegroom is readying his return. The rising darkness is not the end. It is the backdrop for the final unveiling of glory. The greatest harvest comes at the edge of night. The light is not coming. It is already here. It is in you. Let it burn. Let it break forth. Do not dim it. Do not hide it. Do not fear, for the darkness is rising. But so is the light. And the light shall win. This is your appointed hour. You were not born in the days of Moses, though you could have been. You were not placed in the time of David, though God could have chosen it. You were not called during the days of Elijah, Esther, or Paul, though their stories inspire you. No, you were placed in this exact generation, in this exact hour, because there is something within you that was made for such a time as this. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is divine appointment. Before you took your first breath, before your name was ever spoken by man, it was known in heaven. God saw this moment and formed you with it in mind. Every gift within you, every passion, every burden, every scar, every experience, it has all been shaped by the hand of the Almighty for this appointed time. The world may be trembling, the systems may be falling, the hearts of many may grow cold, but you you must burn brighter. You were not made to be swept away by the flood. You were made to walk through it with fire in your bones and purpose in your steps. The King has summoned you not just to survive this hour, but to rise in it. This is not the time for silent faith. This is not the hour for lukewarm living. If ever there was a moment to choose, truly choose, whom you will serve, it is now. The shaking has come, not to destroy you, but to reveal you, to show the world who truly belongs to the kingdom, to separate the true from the false, the light from the shadow, the voice of God from the noise of man. Heaven is watching, hell is trembling, and all creation is holding its breath, waiting for the sons and daughters of God to be revealed. You may think you are not ready. You may feel small, unqualified, unworthy. But God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He takes shepherd boys and makes them kings. He takes orphans and makes them queens. He takes fishermen and makes them world changers. He takes the weak and displays his strength through them. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to say, "Here I am." You don't need to know how it will all unfold. You just need to be willing to walk the road. The fire will come. The battles will rage. But this is not a time to fear the furnace. It is in the furnace that your faith is refined. It is in the lion's den that the power of your God is revealed. This is your hour to speak when others are silent, to stand when others bow, to love when the world hates, to shine when others hide. This is your hour to preach the word in season and out, with boldness and with fire. This is the hour to tear down idols, expose lies, restore truth, and lift high the name of Yeshua before all nations. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the perfect conditions. The wind of the Spirit is already blowing. The trumpet is already sounding. The time is already here. If you delay, you risk missing the moment. If you shrink back, you surrender ground. But if you step forward, if you say yes to God now, you will see miracles. You will see chains break. You will see the impossible fall before your feet. Because this hour is not just one of testing. It is one of destiny. This is the hour the prophets long to see. This is the moment when the heavens will record your stand, when the angels will rise in response to your obedience, when the enemy will tremble not at your strength, but at your surrender. There may never be another hour like this one. The window is open, the harvest is ripe, the battle is at hand, and the voice of the Lord is calling you by name, not later, not tomorrow, now. This is your appointed hour. What will you do with it? If you knew tomorrow was the end, how would you live today? Would you pray harder, love deeper, speak bolder? Then live that way now, because these are the final hours. These are the moments when destinies are decided, when heaven looks down and says, "Well done, good and faithful servant." So rise up, child of the kingdom. You were born to be a voice in the wilderness, a watchman on the wall, a light in the darkness, a warrior of truth in a world of lies. The end of days